I'm Naila and I am the host of this new-ish series called NYT Me, which is basically just a series where we demystify the National Youth Theatre, introduce you to some amazing guests, alumni, current members and staff alike. Now, I know this room looks really interesting and you just want to hear from the guest next to me, but please, guys, please, if you haven't watched episode 1 with Offie's nominated and Brian Forbes' bursary recipient, Mumba Dodwell, please go and watch it. And equally, if you haven't watched episode 2 with the legend that is Mr. Tom Allen, where have you been? Please go and watch it. Leave a like, a comment, and let me know what you think. So, if you see me looking to the side, that is because I have all my notes here. You know the drill, guys. I'm literally begging Apple to send me an iPad in the hopes that they watch this. They might not, but if anyone works at Apple and wants to send me a free one, please go ahead. So, I'm very lucky to be joined by this guest. We actually know each other in real life. But you might be wondering about the lady with the green screen behind her and who that is. So that is Anna, and she is a BSL interpreter. She's worked on projects with NYT before, most recently being Melt. If you don't know what Melt is, it's basically a 2-year environmental epic in which it's the National Youth Theatre's response to the climate crisis with an initial cast of 200 people and in partnership with the University of Hull, if anyone wanted to know that. I now understand what people mean when they're like, Naila, you really do your research, because no one really needed to know that, but I thought I'd throw it in. Anyway, so Katie and I have met in real life. Yep, we really do know each other in real life. Pre-COVID-19, of course, we did not meet during all the regulations, people. We met a while before then. So basically, we were at a National Youth Theatre audition intake and we were just helping out, and I was doing some promo for the National Youth Theatre and on their social medias, and I couldn't, for the life of me, get a good take. I couldn't get a good video to put on. I kept messing up. It was so annoying. And Katie was watching me, and we didn't know each other at this point. And she was watching me and she goes, I'm going to help. And she jumps in and we suddenly got it in one go. So hopefully, we can also get it in one go again today. Thanks, Katie, again for doing me a big favour. I swear to God, she always seems to be helping me out. So, without further ado, it's Katie! Right, we're getting into it now. And we're going to find out what she's done to get herself on the show, because I think some people are going to be shook about what she's actually achieved. And she's a current NYT member. I didn't say that. She is in the National Youth Theatre. She's a company member just like me. So yeah, we're very much in it, alive and present. So Katie, first question, when did you join the National Youth Theatre?
I did my intake course, Epic Stages course, in 2019, so just over a year.
Okay, I did mine 2 years ago. I thought we did it in the same year, but that would make sense because I remember you saying last year to me that you just did it. How was it? And remember, the National Youth Theatre team are watching, so how was it?
It was the best 4 years of my life. Genuinely, the people that I met, the directors that I got to work with, because I was in Ned Bennett's group, which was obviously just insane. Yeah, the best 4 weeks of my life, and my NYT group are the complete loves of my life. So,
I love that. So talk us through your journey at NYT. Although you've only been in there for about a bit over a year, to be like, what have you done so far? Let us know.
So obviously did NYT last summer and then became one of the ambassadors. It is ambassadors, isn't it? And helped out with the auditions and also did the inclusion stuff. So went to the 2 schools in London as part of that. And then I did my casting audition. I did Melt. And that's pretty much where we are. And then COVID happened and I'm sat in my parents' house doing nothing. So.
Well, I just want everyone to know how much that actually is, considering Corona hit us at about February and Katie did her course the end of last year. So that just shows you lot, she's really involved. Crazy. Right. Next question. So, being a deaf actor in the industry, do you think theatre and acting is becoming more accessible, or is there still a way to go?
It definitely is becoming more accessible, but I think it still has a long way to go, because deaf actors are only seen as being able to play deaf parts, whereas deafness is a part of someone, it's not their entire being. So it'd be quite nice to see deaf actors playing roles that aren't necessarily written as deaf characters.
Have you struggled with that then in the industry? Do you feel like you can say something, that you can be more than just a quote deaf actor?
Kind of. I think in a way, I don't know whether it's lucky, but because I was deafened, I can pass as hearing. So I kind of am able to do both things, whereas someone who's a native BSL user and doesn't use speech isn't just going to be able to jump into like a typical like hearing role without the story changing. So whereas I don't story changing, someone else might need to. It's hard to have those conversations unless you're already in it.
I totally agree. So being a deaf actor, do you feel like it's something you really struggle with? For example, when you enter a room feeling like people see you as a deaf actor and not as Katie?
Sometimes if they haven't specified they want a deaf actor, I go in and just don't say anything and then kind of try and lip read my way through the situation. But if it's specified for a deaf actor, for me personally, I kind of feel it's an imposter syndrome really, but it's like, am I deaf enough for this? But it's a hard balance because you never know what their perception is of deafness. So if they've got this stereotyped version of how a deaf person should be, then you go into it. That made no sense whatsoever, did it?
No, I got it. I get what you mean. The whole idea of am I deaf enough is so crazy because I would never ever think that, but you being deaf, you would think that, which is just crazy. And we were speaking about imposter syndrome on the last episode with Tom Allen. Go and watch that if you haven't. And it's such a crazy thing, but just to let you know, you are valid and you are enough. I know, guys, I'm so motivational. Stop.
Love it.
Right, so we're about to get on to the juicy part of the show. How does it feel to be a nominated actor for the Stage Debut Awards 2020?
I don't feel like I've really processed it enough yet. I think because, I saw a couple of the shows that the other nominated actors were in. And I saw Brooklyn, who was in Oliver Twist with me. And I'm like, have they put me down as a mistake? Because they were insane. So yeah, it's weird because, I'm like, it doesn't feel like I've woken up yet. And it's not real.
The one thing I love about actors is they are so humble. They're like, I think it was a mistake. I don't think it was me. It was someone else. I don't deserve to be there. It's just so funny how every single actor I know does that. You are meant to be there. In fact, I know for a fact they put you there deliberately. So just in case anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, Katie was nominated for her little performance in Oliver Twist at the Leeds Playhouse. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So if you see me looking down, it's because I've written this, my notes are terrible. Like, my notes are really bad. So I'm literally looking like, that's not a word, I don't know what I meant at my notes. So tell us about Oliver Twist. So how long did it take? What was the rehearsals like? Just give me, and if you want, a little bit of gossip. We love an exclusive on this show. So let me know.
I would love to tell you some gossip. There isn't any. We started off in January at Leeds Playhouse. The company that were doing it in conjunction with Leeds Playhouse were a company called Ramps on the Moon, who their kind of like big thing is putting deaf and disabled artists into mainstream theatre. So in our cast of 13, there was 6 deaf actors, 1 visually impaired actor, 1 wheelchair user, 1 neurodiverse actor, and then 3 non-disabled actors. And as part of Ramps on the Moon, there's 8 theatres that are all kind of in this consortium. So we did our 10 weeks of rehearsal in Leeds, which was wonderful, with Amy Leach, who is just a godsend of a director, and I love her dearly. And then we did 2 weeks in Leeds, and then we got cancelled because of COVID, and we were meant to have a week left in Leeds before we went on a nationwide tour until the end of June, which sadly did not happen.
Stop. I've had enough of COVID-19. Can she just go away? I don't want to talk to her anymore. She's bad vibes. Like, she's upsetting me and my homegirls. We just want to act. So don't worry, I'm mad. And I also would have loved to see you. When it comes back on, let me know. Because if it's nationwide, I'm going to come and see. I might not go to Leeds. I hate travelling. But if it comes to London, I'll be there. So, oh my goodness, my notes really are terrible. They are so bad. I'm looking down so much in this episode, guys. Do not judge me. I need someone to write my notes out for me. Right, so there are people watching this that want to perform just like you did. So what some advice you would give them? How can they get to stages like the Leeds Playhouse? What would they have to do?
Contact people. If you have an agent, great, but don't rely on your agent. My agent didn't get me this job. Instead, the casting director who was casting the show contacted my agent because I had previously contacted her. And I think that's a thing that isn't really taught all that much, but honestly, just put yourself out there, because if you're not taking yourself as a business seriously, no one else is going to, and you can't expect someone else to do all the work for you. So contact people, like network with people. You never know who you're going to meet, and 3-4 years down the line, they might realise that they know someone who's perfect for a part and then bring you in. But yeah, it's a small industry. There isn't, well, there is a lot of people in it, but it's very close knit. So just, yeah.
It is very close knit. I do feel like everyone knows everyone. You'd follow one person in the industry and you'd be like followed by this person and 200 more. And you're like, how do they know everyone? Like, it is crazy. It's really, really tight knit. Yeah.
Sorry, someone's just started mowing the grass. Vibrating my room.
I think the sound's okay. The sound's all right. If anyone hears mowing in the background, well, we know who to take it up with. It's not me. Right. So you recently posted a video of your group. So you were in the epic stages course, with them signing "Happy Birthday" to you on your course. Jealous. How did that make you feel? If we can, we will insert the video into this clip. If we can't, I'll find a way to get it to you guys. I might leave a link. It is the sweetest video, and I believe it is on Katie's Twitter.
Yeah, it was really emotional, actually. So I shared my birthday with Connor, who's joining rep this year, which is wonderful, and I'm so excited for him. And we usually, because we had quite a few birthdays, they'd present the birthday human being with a cake before we went on lunch, and we'd sing happy birthday. But we didn't get that. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then we came back after lunch, and Ned Bennett kicked Connor and I out of the room. I was like, what on earth is happening? And then I was just sat there, and I was getting really anxious because I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble or something, like something's gone wrong. And then we went in, and I just was an emotional mess because no one in my group had ever signed before, and they all learned it from the interpreter that I had. She taught them all it, and then they just sang and signed, and yeah, and then we all sat on the floor and ate cake. Cute. It was great.
That is so cute. That is so, I love that. I saw the video and I was like, oh my God, my heartstrings are being like pulled and tugged at this video. Just in case we can't insert it, just to set the picture, they turned the lights off. They were all in a huddle with a cake and lights, and Katie, and I believe it was Connor now, walk into the room, and they're like confused, and they start signing happy birthday. So it is really sweet. Hopefully we can insert it for everyone to watch. So last question of this round. Who have you met at NYT who has had a significant impact on you?
My entire Epic Stages group in general. And that's like everyone who was doing their courses on Epic at the same time. Were all wonderful. I said on the end of like week 1, I was like, you guys have healed my heart. Like, love you all to pieces. I'd never met such a supportive group of people. But in terms of like individuals, I ended up moving straight from NYT to London with a girl who was in my group called Katie Mainwood, and she's the most dedicated human being that I have ever met in my life, and she's so driven that I always feel like I have to be doing more. Yeah, Katie, she'll hate me for saying it, but she's and she deserves so much more.
Oh, stop. Shout out to Katie. And my friends need to step their game up. I hope they're talking about me like that I'm so driven and whatever. Like, I hope they are doing that too. So we are going to do a quick fire round. You cannot think about the answers to these questions. You just have to say. It's not going to, this is a PG-13 show. It's not going to be anything like ridiculous. Don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to drag the cast of Oliver Twist. Don't worry. Okay, right. Dramatic lighting, dramatic music. We're here. Okay. Favourite actor?
I'm going to have to cheat and give you 4. Cynthia Erivo, Sophie Stone, Julie Walters, Saoirse Ronan.
I'll let you go because that was quick. It was very quick. Right. So who would win in a fight? 2 million ants or 3 lions?
3 lions.
That's quite a controversial one, but I'd have to agree. What would you change about the industry if you had one wish and it was going to come true?
Ableism.
Oh, my guests on this show, we go for it, people. We go for it. Like, you weren't expecting that, were you? Google ableism. I know I will be after this. Right. Have you enjoyed this episode of NYT and Me?
Yeah, it's been wonderful. It's been lovely.
Why do I feel like it's gone so quick? I'm kind of emotional. I really just went for it today. I don't know what it was.
I think it's because we both just talk really fast.
Oh, we do. And I'm even thinking like, there is an interpreter and she's probably like, can this girl slow down? Can this girl slow down?
Best in the business. She's fine.
No, she really is. To interpret me, An Oscar, honestly. Right, so lastly, where can the viewers find you to keep up to date with your latest work and to find out if you win the awards?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the award ceremony will be broadcast on the 27th of September at 7 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook, I believe. Yeah.
Just putting that in my calendar now. 27th, look whatever you've got off, Naila. Cool. So, and that's it for episode 3. Oh my goodness. I had to look at my notes because we did one yesterday and I'm just like, I don't even know what episode we're on anymore. But that is it for this episode, number 3. Thank you to the amazing Katie for jumping on the show and probably making it a lot better. And also thank you to you guys for watching. You already know the drill. If you liked this episode and you want to see more like it, like, comment and share, and let me know what you thought of the episode. If you really loved it, please write that in the comments because like it just helps my ego. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, me aside, thank you, Katie. Thank you to the amazing Anna for interpreting all of this mess, all of this junk coming out of my mouth about the amazing, wonderful Katie. So that's been me. I'm done. I'm out. I think my outros are getting worse, people. I think they're meant to get better, but I do think they're getting worse. Anyway, I've been your host, Naila. That's been the amazing Katie, joined by the wonderful Anna, and we're all signing off. Bye.